Pulse Ryan, and I have a question for you. Is a man not entitled to the full game when he purchases it? No, says the game companies. There will be on this DLC. And in an industry filled with first-person shooters, what do the gamers ask? For another first-person shooter. But I chose something different. I chose a first-person shooter that is both innovative and fun. I chose Bioshock.
I really don't remember that being the opening to Bioshock. Ah, Bioshock. When so many other first-person shooters that are uncreative and uninnovative and uninspired come out every single year, I remember that you exist. Yeah, you keep doing that. You keep existing. That's a good game. Yeah. You play as well, let's face it, you. Yeah, he talks once, and all he says is...
They told me. Son, you're special. You were born to do great things.
And let's face it, whose parents hasn't told him that?
My parents always told me I was the pain in my own existence.
And so after a plane crash, you run into this guy called Atlas, you try to get him and his family out while escaping Andrew Ryan and blah 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 blah. I'm not spoiling anything else, because the story is that awesome and warrants me not to say a single word more. I highly recommend picking up all the audio logs, because the main story really doesn't teach you that much about how Rapture worked as an underwater city with superpowers. It really is the audio logs that bring out Rapture and really make you believe how it worked. Granted, not all the audio logs were good. What is this weird audio tape that looks like a Wii U tablet?
Okay, honey, just remember to pick up some
This one's just kind of stupid.
Hot Plasmids all day, all night, hot night.
Save this one for later. Audio logs do have this one problem where if too much stuff is happening at once, you're not going to be able to really hear them. That's why you kind of have to open up the weapon selection menu or the plasmid selection menu in order to hear these. It's a small issue, but still an issue. Now let's talk about this game that you play. I'm sorry. Let's talk about the plasmids first. You get all sorts of plasmids. Plasmids that make you tougher, plasmids that make you hack things a lot easier, and plasmids that beef up your health and E. But the best part of all the plasmids is the powers that you use against enemies. I've actually named these plasmids different names than what you were given. My personal favorites being telekinesis, because, well, that was actually way more useful. Picking up dead bodies and throwing it back at their friends just to die, freaking awesome. And also, let's not forget the Roy motherfucking truck. And all these plasmids are actually much more useful than the guns. Because with the guns, they're kind of hard to aim. And when you miss, you get really pissed off that, well, you miss, because part of the game is exploring and scavenging Rapture. It does take so much to get such little ammo that really kind of adds a fear factor to the enemies. You never really want to face them, because you don't want to waste those 2 bullets that you searched 10 briefcases for. Oh, you want some? Alright, alright. Oh, yeah, good. I missed! Damn it! Run that thing! Oh, God! Reload, reload, reload! What the hell? God. That's right. Right. And with all these weapons and plasmids are completely upgradable. It's actually really cool seeing the difference between a level 1 and a level 3 plasmid. Last and certainly least, the hacking. I mean, it starts getting really tedious. Hacking through all these turrets, sentry bots, and cameras is really essential to the game. But the problem is that hacking is just so boring because you just do it so much that you just begin to start hating it. And sometimes it's fucking impossible. This is bullshit! And all this gameplay would be pointless unless it had one really good enemy. Yeah, sure, there are other enemies, but there's one that really sticks out because, let's face it, there's not much variety in the other ones. And that's the Big Daddies. These guys will wreck your shit. They will kick your ass repeatedly. And if it wasn't for the checkpoint system, which, yeah, makes the game a little bit too easy, because if you die, you just pick up right where you left off and finish the enemy off with half their health gone. But I think that checkpoint system was made just because these big daddies will wreck your shit. And these big guys protect little sisters. These girls are important to get because they yield Atom. And Atom you use at these certain machines in order to get bigger and stronger plasmids. Now you can either kill, which is a jerk move, or save these little girls. Saving them, you'll get half the amount of Atom, but you'll get more later on. You'll also know how good of a person you are. And personally, I always chose to save these little girls because, well, that's what I would do in real life. And to be honest, I don't know anyone, first playthrough anyways, that chose to kill these girls. I did. Now, the best part of this game is Rapture itself. The city is just so amazing to look at. And a lot of the game, by the way, is fetch quests. But every single time a fetch quest came up in Bioshock, I was like, yippee, yay, I get to explore Rapture more, yeah! I never found myself bored with the art style of Rapture. I've always wanted to explore it. That's why I'm gonna give Bioshock a high award, the Timeless Graphics Award. No matter how old this game gets, it will never get old graphics-wise. This game will always look pretty for generations to come, just by pure art design. And now, on to the final score. I'm going to give Bioshock a 9 out of 10. Because, you know, those audio problems and the hacking problems that I had, it needs to fix it. It just needs to fix it. I mean, it's...
A 9 out of 10, eh? I'm sorry to say this, Impulse, but the game is a 10 out of 10. Though it may have its flaws with the audio and the hacking, the experience is just too good to pass up.
Don't listen to him. That was not supposed to happen.
A man chooses. A slave obeys. And I'm sorry to say that you chose wrongly. You there, would you kindly like, comment, and subscribe? Also to make sure to check out these other 3 videos. I do believe they have some comedic value. A man chooses. A slave obeys. So choose wisely.
Ooh. Oh boy. Good save, huh? Sit. What are you looking at?